Sorry, can we just hold up? Can we pull that up, please? Pull it up.
Reload.
Perfect.
Right. Hold.
Sorry, Joss. Yes, we're back!
Damn, mate.
Was that really loud?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Right, go with it.
My headphones are quite low, so I can't actually hear. Anyways, we're back in the place. We've all got white monies. White money's in the air if you're a top boy. Nice. J Money is in the production suite, as always. To my left is none other than...
Big man, MH Barham, come on.
Yes. Where have you been? And then over the right side, in the darkest corner of the room, none other than...
It's me, it's Ben.
Yes. Cool, cut the tune. Sweet.
I'm cut.
Wow. Can you raise that again, please, Joss?
Hello.
There it is. The hype is here. What's going on? Ben Lawton?
Joss, I'm too quiet.
He's too quiet in the booth.
It's your headphones, mate. You've got to turn them out.
My God.
Whoa, sorry, Max.
Oh,
Jesus.
we're so sorry about these technical
Max, is
problems
that okay
right
for you now?
Yeah, that's good, thanks.
It's just pure carnage.
Dan,
That's
do you
what
wanna
we
be a bit
bring.
louder?
No, just leave me
That's
as
what
I am.
happens.
Thank
Everyone's fine.
you. Have you ever been inside an audio booth before? Have you ever been inside the booth?
I think he's talking to you, Max.
Are we in one right now, kind of?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
What do you think of Shia LaBeouf?
Great fits.
You know the
Great
weirdest thing
fits.
about him? People say his name's Shia LaBeouf, but I like to call him Shia LaBeouf.
I always thought it was LaBeouf.
How do you say it? What's the actual way? Joss, do you know? You're a film buff.
I think it's Shia LaBeouf. Like, buff, not
Yeah,
beef.
like
or
beef.
Boof.
His name is
I think
French
it's
for the beef.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia the beef.
It actually is.
Mm.
Was he born like that?
I don't know. What came first, beef or Shia LaBeouf?
No one knows.
No.
Talking about beef, what's your favourite dish to cook beef with?
Probably roast beef.
Fair
To
enough.
cook beef with.
Yeah.
Like it's a utensil.
I usually use it as my plate.
What cut of beef do you like to
Yeah,
use
I'd
as
like
a
to
plate?
have a nice bowl of cornflakes with a side of beef.
That's pretty chill, to be fair.
I didn't know you were chill like that. Can we make sure that was the right camera to capture it.
I think it was, yeah.
Okay,
Did you, if you've not seen on TikTok recently, it's not even a trend, is it?
And it's not even recent.
I'm pulling up like a really old TikTok of a guy in a Tesla who gets told he can't park somewhere, and he's chill like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
We're just going to have to put this in the actual podcast, Joss.
Yeah, that's fine.
Didn't realise you were chill like that. That guy's so sick.
So the idea of today's podcast, again, none other than purely just to get us all in a room to have a bit of a good laugh. If no one listens to it, we don't really care. Has anyone actually listened to it and commented back to you guys of last week's?
My mum's listened to it. Amber's listened to it. Amber's dad's listened to it.
Oh, really?
Really?
I mean, that's scary.
Yeah, yeah.
Roger.
Well, he's had COVID, so he
Wow.
he was like, "Can you send me some podcasts?"
Bit late to the
listen
party, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, second time getting it.
Ooh.
That's also late for you, though, isn't it? Because you've had it twice.
No, I didn't actually test positive.
No.
Hannah's had it twice.
Haven't you tested positive?
Previously?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You sure?
He has symptoms and then he just exercises PMA.
Yeah, I have symptoms and then suddenly I'm like, what's happening? PMA, add a little bit of that, add a little bit of spice, done.
What's PMA?
Positive mental attitude.
Fuck you.
I was born with it.
I said that was thank you, not fuck you. Sorry. I realised that came out weird.
What did Roger say about the podcast last week?
I don't know. I queried him. I was like, did you listen to the whole thing? He's like, yeah. I was like, what do you think? He goes, oh, very professional.
Really?
I'm not sure
I'm
you
like,
listened to the
yeah,
right
and
podcast.
I was like, that's not the word I would have used.
Yeah.
I guess because I think he said that he listens to a lot of podcasts and he said the sound quality on ours is next level.
Really?
Well, very professional, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know if you found the content funny. It was quite funny, though.
Yeah, I'd hope
the
so.
The 100 bounces,
That was pretty cool.
German spas.
We've still got no clarification on last week's story about the 100 bounces.
We do need to confirm for
My
those listening.
mum has confirmed it was a thing.
Doesn't count.
And she said about the porn thing as well, about me watching porn as a kid. God, for people who tune into this one, not the last one, they're going to think, what the fuck?
It's kind of nice that we carry on, though, from last week's stories.
Yeah. So mum confirmed that the 100 bounces thing was a thing, but she can't remember exactly how many bounces it was.
Wasn't at school, though.
It was at school.
I thought it was something to do
Is
with
that an ice cream van?
Yeah, it was.
in the housing
Okay.
estate.
Sorry.
Isn't it something to do with beavers?
No. So the 100 bounce thing is one thing about you go to the bouncy castle place at school and you do the 100 bounces and the guy in the suit watching you for charity.
Yep.
And the porn thing, on the other side of the spectrum.
Here we go.
Mum said that when the headmaster called her to explain what had happened, she said that I was online and because I was looking to join Beavers. The kids thing you do before you go to Scouts. It's called Beavers Club.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'd googled. This is what Mum said. She was like, "Oh no,
Good
sorry."
blag.
He was googling beavers, and then obviously a fucking vagina must have come up or something.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, there was no censorship, so you could easily get away with that.
Google Images was
Beavers. You could be so broad.
Yeah.
We spoke about this last week, Max, but you should have been there, mate.
When you try and join Beavers, aka Scouts, and you accidentally end up on porn, and your headmaster finds out.
Yeah.
That's where it all went wrong. You see, it was they call it the butterfly effect. One small action turned into my headmaster calling my mum about me watching porn when I was 7.
Yeah,
but
because butterflies do that.
Yeah, but that's an episode 1 story, isn't it?
That is cool.
If you want to know more about that, you listen to that.
That's a hero arc if ever I've heard one.
Yeah,
that is indeed.
This is my villain story.
And did you say Karis has listened to it?
Yeah, Karis listened to it. She very much enjoyed it. Karis, if you're watching this, thank you for enjoying it.
Hi, Karis.
And yeah, she said it was very funny.
We gave her a shout out too.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
IMDb.
Yeah.
Big ups.
Big up. Very, very gassed. She should be getting some more credits soon. But they
Let's
work on
go.
such a long timeline that she won't get any credits for like another year or something.
Fair enough.
But yeah, she loved it. And if you're watching this and you love it, make sure to leave in the comments that you love it, because we like getting good feedback about the work that we do.
Yeah. You might also be the first person to ever leave feedback on it. And if you are the first person, you'll get a free T-shirt.
Wow.
If it was me listening to this, I'd get a free T-shirt.
Josh is in the back right now, about to leave feedback. Great podcast.
He's also not got a T-shirt on, which is a bit weird.
I'm fully clothed.
Never thought I'd hear Josh say that in my ears.
One of the topics that we're going to talk about in today's podcast was about bringing a some sort of sporting event. Would we say it as an event?
A challenge.
Now,
Yeah.
you've not really done many sporting challenges, have you, Ben? You did leg press.
I did the 100 bounces for our East drop.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Sorry.
was quite severe. And I was scheduled to run the half marathon.
What actually happened about that?
My knee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
What are we talking about?
It's a skiing accident.
Yeah.
Long story.
Skiing.
Shall I tell that story?
Yeah.
So we went on a school trip in year 9. Not me and Dan. I say we figuratively, other people who aren't even here. So I went on a school trip in year 9.
Okay.
And we went to Le France.
Very nice.
Cut that.
What's wrong with that?
I'm not cutting out.
He said France too seductively.
Anyway, we went to France on a school trip. 20-hour bus journey there. And have you guys been skiing before?
No.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Dan
yeah.
has.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
Dan comes from money.
Forgot it's a podcast and I can't nod.
Josh, have you skied before?
Do you
I haven't,
ski?
mate. No,
You
I
haven't
I
either?
haven't skied or snowboarded.
God, we're surrounded by poor boys.
Yeah, so
Wow.
cultured.
Yeah. Anyway, so we went skiing, and I'd never been skiing before, and so I was in the beginner group, and they were, you do all the normal skiing shit. They teach you how to put the skis on. A few days go past, we're going down a green slope.
B-Lords.
And my teacher, who was teaching us, she was some Italian bird. She was so fit. Obviously, way out of my league, because, I was
Yeah, 9.
9.
12, yeah.
Oh, 12,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I was 12 years old. I was young.
You were, yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't probably developed yet.
Nice.
Didn't need to put that in. Anyway, we're going down the mountain, and do you know how when you're a new skier, they teach you to ski by turning your skis inwards like that, and then you kind of what's it called?
Snowplow.
Snowplow, yeah.
Snowplow.
And you turn like that. You know a lot for a guy who hasn't skied, Max.
I know it. I
See-
just don't do it.
Secret skier. Anyway, and I was doing that, and then on day 3 or 4, they were teaching us how to parallel ski, and I'm trying to turn my skis like this, right?
Left or right?
Left or right, parallel.
Yeah.
But I was turning with my knees,
Oh.
and that's basically what fucked my knee up. And anyway, halfway down this slope, I just said I couldn't go on anymore, and so she had to put her skis in an X in the snow, fire a flare into the air,
What? He had to fire a flare?
and then
They didn't have walkie-talkies back then?
they did a walkie-talkie. The flare might have been in my imagination from the pain, but they then walkie-talkied, and then about 2 minutes later, some guys who looked like they came out of like Baywatch, but ski version came down, and they put me in a stretcher, which it's a stretcher on your back, and then they take you down head first.
It's like a coffin.
It's a yeah. Well, it's
What?
it's a stretcher
with like a, because you got like, there's like a hood that goes over it, right?
Yeah, so they put you in this bed that
like a bag,
and it has skis on it. This stretcher thing, so that the weight. So they there's one at the front, one at the back. They put you on it on your back, head first down the mountain. So you're like that, right, going down the mountain.
What?
And because it's an injury, they literally take you down black slopes. And all I could see, I'm looking up, and all I can see is tree line going like this, really quick. And I'm absolutely bricking it, thinking these guys could take me wherever they wanted to. And there's nothing I could do about it.
Is there suspension on it, or is your
can't
head
remember.
like rebounding off the glass?
I just remember just thinking like, this is it. This is how it ends. I'm never going to walk again.
Were your knees that bad?
My left knee was pretty painful.
You just playing up for the kind of nice Italian lady? You're like, oh,
nah, because if anything, you want to look rock hard, don't you?
I've got this vision of you like turning to this lovely Italian lady and be like, I can't do it anymore. I've got nothing left. Yeah, like proper EastEnders style.
Yeah, but then I get to hospital to do an X-ray and there's nothing wrong with me.
I was going to say, did they do all of this? Like, they got the stretcher out and took you on a stretcher down the slope.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like even
and they
sprained or anything.
Got to the bottom of the mountain, and I went straight into an ambulance at the bottom. They had the ambulance ready, waiting.
Wow.
Got into the ambulance, went to the hospital, and then they like scanned me and everything. And my knee just really hurt. And it wasn't until years later that I realised that it was just muscle crampness. My muscles are too tight.
Wasn't there a time that your muscles got too big for your legs?
Yeah, there was that time. I don't want to talk about that. There was a time, actually.
Did you get diagnosis of like long muscles, short legs or something like that?
What does that mean?
Yeah, I've actually got long muscle, short legs.
Like, can't walk about because his muscles are coming out of his legs.
No, Dan.
What happened?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I swear that was you.
Long muscles, short legs?
Your muscles are growing too fast for your legs. Same. Did you ever get growing pains as a kid?
Yes.
I never had that. Well, not like bones anyway. Obviously, I grew outwards because I ate a lot.
Nice.
But that was about it. What were growing pains like?
They hurt a lot.
Do you remember leg cramps?
I bet you had a lot because you're so tall.
Yeah. Josh, you can probably chime in on this.
I can chime in with that as well.
It's like, I remember getting leg pains like growing pains so bad that I literally like couldn't walk.
What?
Like my knees were just fucked. Like really, like it just hurt all the time. It's like aching, but like really, really, really bad.
For how long? It feel like weeks, but
it's like on and off, isn't it, Josh? It like,
for me, I felt like I always used to get it like, well, legs and like forearms were like the worst pain, and it would always happen like in the evenings, like after school. I don't know why, but like never used to happen like during the day. I found, but
it felt like
just
fatigue.
Horrible pain. Yeah,
Jeez. But it felt like, you know, after like a long session of ice hockey, you get back and your body's a bit fucked, isn't it? Like you know, you sat on the sofa and you're just aching, you just feel shit. That's what it's like, just over a course of X amount of months or years.
But
it's not like sustained, as I said. It's not like all day. It's just like after like moving your body around for a while, it just really hurts.
I used to get such bad leg cramps in the night that I used to cry and call my dad, and my dad used to come in and make me walk laps up and down the landing while eating a banana because potassium helps with cramps, apparently. And I forgot about that memory until just this minute. And they used to be fucking awful leg cramps, mate. I used to cry in the night.
That sounds very sad.
Yeah, no, it was all right because it was quite a bonding moment for me and my dad.
Did it help?
What?
Did the banana help? Yeah, and the walking?
I don't
in
know.
the middle of the night?
It just goes away eventually.
You disturb sleep.
You just assume that the banana helped.
It was probably also the stress of you doing your A-levels at the same time.
Oh, no, this was like...
Nice. Because you're 18.
Getting nervous about the podcast you're doing the next day. I was 12 at the time. All the significant moments in my life happened when I'm 12.
Yeah, around that
So
period.
it was the nervousness, or not even the nervousness, it was the anxiety after knowing that you'd ballsed it up with that lovely Italian lady.
Yeah, brings it all
You're
back.
like,
Patricia.
I've just fucked it.
Patricia was
And now I've got leg cramp. And my legs don't work. And there's nothing wrong with my legs because they x-rayed them and there was nothing wrong with them.
She was the one that got away. It was quite a symbolic moment, really, because I saw her in the wing mirror of the stretcher disappearing into the distance.
Wing mirrors. Was it a Volkswagen stretcher?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, mate. That's real good.
Yeah. So I have been skiing since, and every time I do ski now, the problem flares up.
Sorry to hear about that. So sport-wise,
Yeah.
tell me about a challenge that you want to start.
Well, I think a good challenge for us, and I mentioned this to you guys earlier, and you guys all thought it was fucking ridiculously to think about this, is I wonder if we could all move 500,000 kilos of weight at the gym between us. So how that works is, what I mean by that is there's 4 of us, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I go in and I leg press 100 kilos and I leg press that 10 times, 10 reps. So I leg press 100 kilos 10 times, it's 1,000 kilos. I've then moved 1,000 kilos in weight. Between us, do you reckon we could do 500,000 kilos using all exercises in the gym you're allowed to do? So all body parts. You could do squats into leg press, into bench press.
24 hours.
You got 24 hours, yeah.
So
I think that's doable.
So that's like 500 sets of 10 on leg press at 100 kilos each. Or is that between us?
No. So it's 125,000 kilos each to do in a day.
So 125 sets of 10 at 100 kilos leg press.
I think that's doable.
I don't think...
Actually.
125 sets of 10.
It'd be fucking hard, but I reckon it's doable.
At only 100 kilos, 10 reps.
125 sets?
We'll get to 10, see what it's like. Maybe drop the
Yeah,
weight.
but to be fair, you do CrossFit, so
Maybe
you
drop the
basically
weight,
do
then
125 sets.
double the amount of reps. I don't know. Do you think it's doable?
Yeah, I do. But I think a lot of things are possible.
Yeah. You did once leg press 300 kilos after all of us denied you being able to do it.
And I never got an apology for that.
I still don't believe it.
The form wasn't there.
What do you mean? I did 5 reps.
Mate.
Shut up, you dickhead.
What exercises would you use then? Would you just use a leg press?
I think
Is that the best way of shifting weight in a gym?
Leg's going to be the strongest, isn't it? It's the highest amount. I think you'd have to avoid stuff like squats because you're just going to burn too much energy too quickly. So low energy, high weight.
But then when your legs get fatigued, I feel like it's harder to push through that fatigue. Like once your legs are gone, it's hard to dig anymore.
How many reps of like 50 kg deadlifts do you reckon you could do?
I don't know.
400?
Probably like 8.
Your back would blow up so bad.
I'll blow my back out.
Mate, but like dumbbell, you could do like dumbbell press, 25 kilos.
Yeah.
Chest press. That's like 50.
Okay.
You know?
Can I say 50 every time I do it?
I feel like you guys are getting intimidated by the maths and you don't want to figure out if it's doable or not.
It's more the maths that I'm scared of.
It's doable.
I wouldn't take the maths into account. I'll just have to go full just mode.
I think what would happen, genuinely, if we did this, is me, Max, and Joss would subsequently get to like 240,000 kilograms, and then Dan would just sit there on the leg press machine for 24 hours and rep out 250,000
You'd
kilos.
have to tell me to stop.
We'd have to do it strategically. We'd have to get each person on their strongest thing and just get them to smash it out.
If we all got this leg press machine, right, and it's 100 kilos on there, and we all do 10 reps each, and we cycle each to a set, so there's 3 sets in between your set to rest. We could, that's 1,000, up to 500.
Doable max.
Maths.
And then you can do it on chest and arms and triceps.
Joss, chime in.
I don't know. We need to work out the maths, and tell you what the scariest part is. For someone who loves numbers, the fact that you haven't worked out the maths on this yet, Ben, is the thing that worries me. Because you are all you're all about numbers, and you mentioned this like 6 hours ago, and you still haven't worked out the maths.
How have I not worked it out?
I need a plan.
No, I need a solid plan where I can see, all right, this many sets here,
all right,
and we break it between the 4 of us, and
then
I'll be on board.
We should definitely, with every round we do, we should definitely take a shot of something as well.
Like pre-workout?
No, like Coke, tequila or something.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
Or for every failed rep, you have to take a shot.
That's not going to help.
Spice it up.
No, we'll be fucked.
You think?
If the way we should look at it is, if we do one set of 1,000 kilos, so 10 reps of 100 kilos each, right? 4 sets is 4,000 kilos. We do that 10 times. That's 40,000 kilograms. If we do 10 sets each, right? We're then at that point about 9% of the way in.
It's pretty good, mate.
Sounds like a long day, I can't lie.
I feel like I'm just going to have to I'll be the guy by the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Tallying everyone up.
You're going to have to stay on the whiteboard, I think, mate. Keep that pen close to you.
What exercise would you want to be on, Max, if it can't be legs? Cable extensions.
Nah. Something fun. Like...
You know the one where you mainly see girls in the gym doing it, where they kind of sit with their back against a bench, and then they've got the bar going across...
hip thrusts.
Yeah, what about them?
They are so hard.
You see people shifting a lot of weight with that.
That's hard, mate.
You never see guys doing it, though.
Guys are good
Athletes.
batters, you do, yeah.
Is it a good one, is it?
For athletes, yeah.
Great for
It
batting.
builds your glutes.
Is it a glute one, is it?
Like sprinters.
Say glutes.
Glutes.
Nice.
Glutes.
You could do one pull-up, Dan, and that will count for like 900 kilos.
Wow. Are you talking about my weight?
Nah.
Oh.
I'm staying out of this. What would your challenge be?
My challenge, and it's a challenge that I've always wanted to do, actually. It's called the Old Town Loop. It's one of the oldest sporting events, actually, that's ever been in Swindon. Do you ever hear about this?
Go on.
This guy was called Felix, and he did something called the Old Town Loop.
You're making this up?
I'm not. I've researched it.
This is actually true.
Nah, it's bollocks. He basically started off at the Tap and Brew in Old Town back in the 60s, and he did... You start at the Tap and Brew, you come out of the Tap and Brew, so for people who are from Swindon, I hope you know where I am. Come out of the Tap and Brew, take a right...
You're looking at Betfred.
Looking at Betfred, you take a right past the buildings, go to the end...
Past Mabel's.
Past left round Mabel's, all the way up towards the corner, past Co-op, towards Old Suju, back up that road,
Kyoki.
down Wood Street.
Past Kyoki.
At the end of Wood Street, turn left. That's the loop.
Down Wood Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far
Challenge.
is that?
No idea. We got to do it for 24 hours.
500 metres?
Oh, wait, you've just got to run that loop for 24 hours?
I don't really want to like set a time or a distance. Well, there's a time, 24 hours. But just got to keep running.
Why don't you just do it? Why have you never done this?
I think Dan
You've
just
been talking about it for so long.
Dan just likes the idea of prolonged torture, I think. He's just like, I wonder how many times I can go round in that circle in 24 hours. You know?
You get so bored.
Or I thought about the field over the road.
Oh my
I've
God.
looked at that field a lot and I thought...
It's a mind trap, mate.
And I've also thought it'd be pretty mad to see like if the path would become more defined because I've ran around it for 24 hours.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it might do.
That would be horrifically boring, though.
And we could time lapse it from the office.
That would be funny as fuck. I can't lie.
It's just like it's on loop.
That would be pretty
Stick
mad.
the drone up in the middle and just time lapse you running around.
Yeah. I'm up for it.
But that's something you could quite easily do, just like on a Sunday, on a Saturday.
The Old Town Loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come you never done it?
I just haven't had the time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What did you do last night?
I was walking the dogs.
Could have done that at the same time.
Yeah, could have taken Stella with me, to be honest.
Do you think you could outrun Stella?
Nah.
You don't
I
think?
don't know. She's a bit puffy, to be fair. I think she's got such big legs.
I think you'd be surprised how far humans can go in comparison to animals.
You think?
Yeah.
Not me, mate. I'll be out like a light.
I reckon you could outrun Stella.
Distance.
Distance.
Duration.
Distance, yeah.
Endurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon I could, to be fair.
She'll just give
I could
up.
probably outdo most animals endurance-wise.
Do you reckon you could outdo a zebra?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
Gazelle, easy.
A gazelle?
Yeah.
I used to know a girl called Gazelle.
Yeah. Nice.
Max, have you got one that you have in mind?
Mine's
Mine's really boring, but I've always wanted to do it. And that's why.
I was
I'm gonna
going to
choose
say I'd like to do the 100k but a relay.
Nice.
That
Between
sounds
us.
fucking awful. So 25k each.
Yeah.
That's a breeze.
Just not challenging enough, is it?
I'd like to do an Ottr triathlon
I'll do the swim and the bike and
or
the run.
pentathlon. How many exercises is pentathlon?
Quite a few, isn't it? Like fucking horse riding, shooting,
Eh?
and all that.
Really?
Is it?
I don't know.
What's the one in the Olympics where you got like horse ride?
Have you made that up?
Nah, there's one in the Olympics. I can't remember what it's called. Is it hep? No, it's not heptathlon. It might be the heptathlon.
I have no
The one that's got
idea.
like long jump and everything as well.
Yeah, they have to. Do you know the maddest thing with that is you have to go to the arena and you don't know what horse you're going to ride. So you don't ride your own horse. You get assigned a horse on the day at the Olympics.
Jeez.
What if your
Imagine
horse doesn't
doing-
rate you?
Yeah, imagine doing a really good like run, shooting, long jump. You get to the horse bit and the horse is just like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Your
And I've
horse is-
seen videos of it, mate. And there's been real athletes on top of horses, and the horse just doesn't move, and the lady is on it in tears
Oh my god.
because the horse is just not having it.
Horse
not
is
having a
just
good
an
day.
op.
Fuck that.
Yeah, imagine your Olympics being ruined by a bloody
Why
animal.
can't you use your own horse?
It's just because it's part of the fun. It's like, oh, you don't know what horse you're going to. You might get Spicy Boy. He's got loads of energy. You might get Barbara. She's really slow.
Come down and roll the dice on the
Yeah.
horses today.
There is a race in California called the Burro Race, and you have to run with a donkey. You have to do a marathon with a donkey attached to you. That's pretty cool.
That sounds.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
long.
I'm part of the Facebook page. Not even kidding.
We should
It
make
costs
a
well loads of money though.
well.
And you need your own donkey, so I can't. I'd have to take a donkey from here Take me and my British donkey to the US.
If you were a donkey, what would you call it?
Steve.
Okay.
You wouldn't call it Donkey from Shrek?
Nah. Dead. I'm trying to think of a quote. What quote is from Shrek with the donkey?
Shrek.
Oh, God, you're funny.
Joss, what's your sport?
Well, more of a sport, but it's more so, well, not so much a sport, but it's a 2-day event. And it was a YouTube trend for a while, and I always wanted to try it because I wanted to be a fat bastard with an excuse.
God. Here it is.
10,000 calorie challenge.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
You've
yeah.
told me that.
Eating on one day, and then the next day you have to try and burn
Burn it.
10,000, which
Oh,
is
fuck
impossible, but you just have to go absolutely ham for a day. But I just always wanted to do it because I want to have an excuse to just try and see how many calories I can consume.
Mate, 10,000 calories in one day, that is disgusting.
I know. Wouldn't that be insane?
Are
Though?
you, I
That's
don't
just
think
10
I'd be able to
packets
do
of those
that.
samosas, isn't it? Is there 1,000 calories in those samosas?
Nah, mate. That's the most.
1,000 calories.
You'd have to eat.
No.
You'd have to eat 40 samosas.
What?
No, Dan's right. Those steak bakes that Dan and
Oh,
I got
the
yesterday,
steak bakes.
The
there was
steak bakes.
500 calories in each.
Yeah, so
In one steak
you'd have
bake.
to have 20.
I could do that.
Yeah, you could. 10,000 calories edible. Isn't that hard? How many do you reckon you could eat in a day?
Calories.
Yeah.
I have no idea, mate. I don't really look at food as calories.
You could just drink oil. Like vegetable oil.
Is that got the most
Drinking
calories?
calories don't count.
It's the most
That's
calorific thing in the world.
disgusting.
Oil.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
What oil?
Most oils.
All right. Well,
Like petrol.
petrol oil.
Baby oil.
It's
well
mad that
slippery.
baby oil's made of babies, isn't it?
What do you think extra virgin olive oil is made out of?
I have no idea, mate. No
Also,
idea.
He's got no ideas, mate.
How do you become an extra virgin, by the way? Like, you know, like you haven't got laid, you're a virgin. But what does it mean to be an extra virgin?
Yeah, that's pretty mad.
To double down on that.
I'd say if you go more than like 70 or 80% of your life,
Yeah,
then you cross into the threshold of extra virgin.
But that's like extra long life virgin, isn't it? Because you can also get extreme virgin olive oil.
Can you?
Yeah, I've seen that in France.
Extreme virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
Are we talking? Oh, right.
What's your favourite type of oil to cook with? Mine recently has been garlic oil.
You know-
Garlic olive oil? Yeah, olive oil with a hint of garlic.
Infused.
No, olive. Yeah. What? Yeah. I'm thinking, where am I?
I don't cook because I'm incompetent.
That's fine, Max. There's nothing wrong with that.
Karis's favourite oil is olive. I don't know.
All right, stuff.
Olive. Is olive.
Hi, Karis.
Hi, Karis.
Oh, dear.
Avocado oil is a good oil.
This is why we need a plan for the podcast.
Sesame seed oil is also a good oil for stir fries.
Yeah.
If you're watching this now and you've somehow made it this far into the episode, please send us a message on Instagram or something of things that you would like us to discuss on the podcast. Because at the moment we're just sort of
I've got loads of things
we're
in my
chatting.
sack to talk about.
Get your sack out.
Bet you do.
Max.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Jinx,
Oh,
you've been to Scotland recently.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to say, Joss?
yeah, it was. Yeah, go for it.
Cool. Max, talk about the fact that you've been away with your family for a week.
I've been away in Scotland for the last week visiting my partner's family, which was very, very nice. We stayed in her grandparents' bungalow in Ayrshire, down West Scotland. Went to Glasgow, went to Edinburgh. It was really hot, played golf, tried out these longboard things. They're like golf boards, and they're basically electric longboards that you attach a set of golf clubs to. And it is the most fun I think I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah, it was sick. Like, genuinely sick. Like, I wouldn't even play golf. I'd just go and...
How much were they?
It was like 20 quid for 18 holes.
Max, what did you get up to when you were in Scotland?
Yeah,
then?
tell us some funny Scottish stories,
Not
Max.
a lot happened. That's the thing. We went to Glasgow, went to Edinburgh. Gay Pride was on.
Nice.
There was a massive parade going through the centre of Glasgow.
Gay parade?
Gay Parade. It was actually for trans rights. There was a massive turnout. It was insane. Like, there were so many people. And yeah, we just chilled, went shopping. I am like severely hay fever ridden. And the farmer that lives next to Karis's grandparents picked the one time to cut all the grass in the field with a fucking massive industrial grass cutter.
Like a lawnmower?
Yeah, like as a big fuck you to the Englishmen that had just come on holiday.
Yeah.
So
Englishman.
I spent the majority of my time outdoors in tears and like...
Crying?
Yeah.
Lactating
just,
through your eyes?
Yeah, just like uncontrollable sneezing. It was outrageous. My face was swollen to fuck, if you can imagine what that's like.
Klassiker machine is Danish for lawnmower.
Yeah. It has been for many years, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
My maths teacher used to say, we used to say, what's today's date? And he used to go, it's 22nd July today. All day today, 22nd July. We used to find that funny.
You're going to start doing that?
Oh, that's good.
He gave me a C.
Dick.
Cup.
He gave me the D.
Let's go.
You couldn't get D, mate.
Why? I got many Ds in school.
Did you?
Yeah.
From who?
Couple Cs, couple Ds.
What did you guys do while I was away? Was it weird being back to the threesome?
We went to Wagamamahamas and had a very hot bagatsu.
We did. I think the last time that we've eaten together, Ben, and you've had something so hot that you couldn't handle it was when we were away in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And we went to a Thai restaurant, and you ordered a Thai dish that wasn't even on the menu.
Yeah.
Well, you did, but you ordered it with extra spice. That bit wasn't on the menu.
Yeah.
And you had to walk outside. You had to sit outside.
Do not have the facilities
wallow.
for that.
It wasn't as hot as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, what? The Thai food?
Yeah. I thought
Was it not hot enough that you were outside?
Well, I
having to
managed
get fresh air.
I managed to finish it, which surprised me.
Yeah.
What's the plan not to finish it?
Well, like sometimes if it's really hot, you think, I've got to tap out. I've had a chili and biplop before when I went for a curry there, and I had a jalfrezi, ate the chili, and I had to go in the bathroom and rinse my head under the tap.
I've never eaten something so hot.
Have you not?
No.
I don't understand how no one's acknowledged the fact that Biplop is the funniest name for a restaurant in the world. Like, how is that? People of Swindon, I feel like everyone is desensitized to this, but when they first told me that there's an Indian restaurant called Biplop, how does that exist?
What does it mean?
Biplop. What the fuck?
What does it mean? I don't know.
They serve the biggest naan breads there too.
No, they don't.
Is it not that one?
That's the other one.
What one?
Maya Daya.
Yeah. Bloody good naan breads.
Speaking of naan breads,
we're going out tonight for a beer.
we are, yeah.
If you want to come.
Yeah, this will go out on a later date though. So
It's fine.
Come tonight.
Yeah.
The night that you're listening to this, come.
Tap
It's
and Brew will
going
be
down.
there. We're shouting timber.
Oh, God.
Oh, I've got copyright claim on that. Didn't know he chilled.
Why are your hands so clammy?
I get well nervous.
Why?
Oh, just being on a
It's
podcast.
this massive light that's next to us.
Yeah.
So Dan, you've planned my stag do for next weekend.
I have. Yeah, I have.
As a best man planning the stag.
Am I the best man?
No, I'm
there
talking.
a stag?
I'm talking to Max.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
as a best man who's planned a stag.
I am the best man.
Obviously, we'll talk about it when we get back.
Energy.
We'll actually have it.
Perfect.
But how was it planning a stag do? Was it awful?
No, it's been all right, to be fair. And hopefully the people that I remove from the chat won't be listening to this. Because that'll be a bit awkward. It won't be awkward. It's kind of fine. Max was one of the people
I was
that
going to say, I'm actually on
Sorry
the podcast,
about that.
so...
Fuck Max.
It was all right. Top tips for people. You've asked me for some top tips. All right, I'll give them to you. So they are,
Didn't ask.
first of all, I would recommend you get the groom to make a group chat on WhatsApp with all of the people in that he wants to go.
And then the groom leave.
And then the groom leaves the chat.
What you didn't know is
Makes
that
me admin.
what you didn't know, Dan, I'm now going to announce on the podcast, is
Oh.
that I actually invited me and a friend, and that friend was actually my burner account, and I know all the plans.
Well, unlucky because I removed him. Point 2 of my top tips.
because that burner account is actually Joss.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Who
Plot
am,
twist.
who am I?
Second top tip would be to anyone who doesn't respond within the first 10 days of sending a message, remove them.
You got to trim the fat.
You have to trim the fat. Savage mode. And then third tip is just try and book ASAP. Don't leave it to the last minute. Surprisingly, I haven't done that bad. Still left it a little bit late, but still, we move. And that's it. Stag do done. Do you want to know where you're going? Should we do a grand reveal of where he's going? I'm not actually going to tell you where you're going.
Okay.
And you won't find out.
What are your expectations for not necessarily expectations, but when one says Ben Lawton stag do, what springs to mind?
Organised by me.
Probably the craziest 3 nights this planet has ever experienced.
Haha, lads.
Yeah.
Stratospheric.
It's going to be absolutely crazy. Have you seen that video of the guy? He's on the stag do. It's like, oh, lads. Max, seen that video? He comes back from a stag do, and he's obviously the brunt of the joke. And
Wait, no, I have seen that.
He's describing what the stag do was like, and it was just...
He sat in a dark room with a blazer on.
Yeah. What do I think it's going to be like? I think it's going to be a good time, funny, lots of good food and drink, hopefully good activities. And I'm just praying to God that I don't have a god-awful hangover during it.
Yeah, do you remember when we were growing up, we used to take charcoal tablets when we got in
I was
from a night
thinking this
out?
the other day. You've been thinking about this recently?
Think about it, most nights, yeah.
Most nights?
Yeah.
You're drinking most nights?
Yeah. What?
Do you remember it used to make your stool black?
It did.
Mm.
Do you know about this, Max?
No.
Well, Max, let us teach you this little bohemian secret that me and Dan used to know. We used to take charcoal. You can buy these charcoal tablets from Holland & Barrett, right? Or my friend Jerry, who lives in Pinehurst.
They can be pricey.
Yeah, can be, yeah. And they're basically just tablets full of charcoal. I don't actually know what the fuck they do.
Can I go straight to source and just eat coal?
Yeah.
As long as you eat a bit of char to mix it in with, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And it basically apparently absorbs all the alcohol in your tummy, and then you don't have a hangover.
Is that true?
I think it's true if you take them before you go out, not after. We used to get back from a night out and take them, didn't we? Or did we do it before we went out?
I think we did it when we got back. Sometimes though you're so drunk you don't remember.
To be fair, though, Max, I think they did work.
I think so.
We should go buy some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
So yeah, charcoal tablets. If you're listening to this and you've actually tried that before, let us know.
Yeah.
If you didn't,
or if you haven't,
let
us know.
Nice.
Yeah. Ben, yes or no question?
Yeah.
Or yay or nay? Stag do t-shirts.
No.
Let's send them back then.
Yeah.
Designed by Dan from Ottr.
Anything you don't want to happen on your stag do?
I don't want someone to die. That would be pretty shit.
That would be pretty shit. I hope no one dies.
Well, if
So
someone
I'd have to remove them from the chat.
if someone does die, there's a few people I'd like it to be.
Fucking hell.
Crumbs.
Next.
Ironic that person speaks, isn't it? Max.
Nice.
No, just kidding, Josh. Don't die. I love you. Sorry, mate. I'm lost in my thoughts. What did you ask me?
You've been a bit lost today, haven't you?
It's the white monies, mate. They just make all the neurons fire at once, and then that's it.
The thing is, have you noticed on the money front, right? This is something that's pissed me off. Is we used to be big boys, and we used to neck 440mm monies, right? Then we went down to the 330s. Then we went down to 300s. Now we're on 250. It's like, what's the point of drinking this? It's like a shot glass of Monster Energy.
They're trying to wean us off.
Are we having a crash? Is that what it's called? Do you think this
I'm
is
still
a post
pretty upbred now, baby?
Is this a post-money crash?
Yeah, potentially.
Dan, are you apprehensive about me not liking the stag do at all?
No, because it's not about you. It's about if I enjoy myself, that's all I care about. You better enjoy it. I mean, you haven't paid for anything, so quid's in, right? Free weekend away.
Wherever
we're going.
Are you letting me pay for something out there?
If you want to, yeah.
I have made that.
What are you going to pay for?
Well, I don't know what to pay. But I could pay for £20 cash in increments.
I don't know what for, like meals and that.
Yeah.
Can I finance this meal?
Have you researched any places to eat at all?
No, I've not actually done eateries. I've done activities, and we're not going to do any kind of like classic stag activities because I'm not really into that myself. So I thought, why would I want to put anyone?
Forgot about you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to go and look at ships.
Yeah, ships.
Like
probably.
ship
I think there's one that does paintballing on a ship. So yeah, we'll do that.
For fuck's sake, mate. Are we doing anything that encourages drinking? Seriously,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
that's all I care about.
Yeah. Most days.
Out of the 6 of us who are going, who do you reckon can handle their alcohol the best? Will?
I'd say Will. Yeah, he's a big lad. He drinks.
Yeah.
He drinks real ale. He drinks like cask ale too.
Who do you reckon is going to handle the drink the worst?
Probably Joss.
Yeah.
I hope so. Anyway,
are there going to be scenarios?
I'm not having that. Hang about. You boys.
Right,
you boys are not as good as you make out.
You put a mic in there. He asked for the best and he asked for the worst, Joss. We're somewhere in the middle. That's all you need to know.
All right, not going to upset the groom. He'll be upset enough.
Do you think it's me, Joss? Seriously?
What?
I reckon Joss is going to have a scrap when he's over there.
Do you think I handle my drink the worst?
Yeah, mate.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
I actually do, yeah.
How come?
Just like, get a couple of pints in you from the tap and you're gone, mate. That's it.
Gone?
Yeah.
Wow.
Define, when you, like too leery or like too drunk? Like, what's the...
You're the definition of 0 to 100, mate.
Oh, my.
He's having you here.
This is a hot
roasting
take.
you.
No, I'm just surprised. Just surprised you talk to me like that.
So would you say Ben's at the bottom then, Joss?
I'm not saying bottom. That's a very negative word, Dan.
All right. Would you say he's the most likely to get drunk fastest? Then who's next after that? Is it me or you?
It's probably me then. And then it's you.
See, I beat you there.
What I used to notice when me and
lucky,
Dan, we used to drink, is I would have, we'd have a few pints, right? And, well, I can't remember what it was. Do you remember the analogy I gave? What was it?
No, I just remember that you would I don't know. This is probably really boring.
Once I got you onto the third pint, mate, that was it.
Yeah.
Once you get down to the third beer,
used to stay at my dad's at that point.
A different Dan emerges from the groundwork at that point. He comes out the cracks,
He does.
the sewers.
It's deep, mate.
Sorry.
Getting into a bit of a techie territory here.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that Josh thinks I'm a lightweight. I wouldn't describe myself as lightweight. Would you describe me as lightweight?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
wow.
you
My
just
awareness on this is terrible.
You send it a bit too hard.
I'm definitely lightweight. 100%.
Are you?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Bath, mate. You were the one who's been sick in a plant pot.
Was
you
I?
broke your back, to be fair.
That wasn't me, was it? No, you the one that
You
broke my back.
Oh, good times. We
You
did
were smashed, though, to be fair.
We were smashing 5% beers. We must have had at least 5-6 of those, and then we went and had double espresso martinis for about an hour.
Multiple times.
That was
yeah.
so stupid.
We
We had so many of them.
With your friend Alex.
Ben.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. Got a brother called Alex.
Yes.
Come on. Saved it. Saved it.
I got a very funny picture of Joss, which I will
you?
share one day. Yeah.
Oh, I know which one it is. Yeah.
My favourite picture. I showed Dan at the other day, and he enjoyed that.
Good.
Oh, yeah. I know the one.
Joss, what are you most looking forward to on the stag do? Have you been on one before, Joss?
Never. This is my first stag do.
Same.
Really?
Virginity.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I'm looking forward to just being around Will the whole weekend, to be honest, mate. He's such a character. He's so funny. He's got stories. He just plucks stories out of the air, and then
Yeah, she does.
he's an amazing storyteller. You could literally listen to him all weekend and not get bored.
If I could ask God to only make sure I ever get drunk again is when Will's there, I'll be alright with that.
Me too.
Next question.
Okay.
This is really hard work, isn't it?
It is,
today? I don't
yeah.
know why.
Talking to you, yeah.
Why me?
Well, because you're wearing a fucking Huel t-shirt on a Friday.
It's Huel
That's
Fridays.
what it is. It's a Friday.
It's
That's
not
what
a dress.
it is.
It's not a dress up Friday, mate.
You know what we used to do on Fridays?
What?
We used to release a vlog. And now it's coming out Mondays.
Oh, very
Segue.
nice.
Silky.
Segue.
The vlog is back.
The vlog is back. Go on, Joss.
If you're
Over to you.
listening to this on Monday, the release day of the podcast, a new vlog has come back. The vlog is back once again. We're going to keep up with it more than just a couple of weeks this time, but the vlog is back. We're back to showing you the ins and outs of Ottr and the culture and us and everything that we do, because we've missed it. And it's only been a couple of months, but we have missed doing it. And yeah, it's good to be back vlogging.
To be fair, we kept the vlog going for a long time.
Hmm.
A long time. Over a
a
year, it was consistent.
Yeah,
And it's only because we tried new YouTube stuff that it actually dissipated.
it did. And then, so Joss is going to be editing this one this week, right?
Correct, yes.
But then we're away next week for a shoot. What
Yes,
happens
sir.
then? And then we're away for a stag do.
So we're going to be posting the vlogs on Mondays.
Yes.
Monday coming will be Joss's, and then
Yes.
Monday after that will be Max's.
Yeah, boy.
Wow. Max has cut his teeth already in the vlog, though.
Yeah,
You've done a few.
done a few. I got the keys to the gaff while mum and dad are away.
When it
Come
comes
on.
to- what do you think about the editing of the vlog?
I think
Do you treat it as a different kind of project to other normal videos that we do?
Yeah, it's fun. It's less. You have a much more creative freedom because you're not necessarily working to a brief. You're just working to what's funny. However, Joss definitely has a knack for it. He's got it dialed in. Bless him. God rest his soul.
That's very kind of you, Max. No, you've got the reins just as much as any of us.
I will do my best.
Come on,
But
Max.
it is all about the content that we produce. So I'm hoping that while I've
Okay.
been away, you boys have been filming some good shit.
We
Oh, actually, I'm not doing this one next week. Don't worry.
What have we filmed this week, Ben, in the vlog? What can people listening to this expect in this week's vlog?
This week we can... Josh, can I have some music?
Yep.
This week in the vlog we can expect... me. Dan.
Hey.
Joss.
Me.
And some stories about where the vlog's been. Not to mention special guests from... Max.
Hi. Am I in it?
And that's it. Thanks, Joss.
I'm well excited for that. I'm like,
sounds like every vlog ever.
Mate, if I could click on that, I'd click on it right now.
That was my Simple Simon enthusiasm. Have you seen on his videos, Max? Simple Simon on TikTok. He'll do like a fucking ad. And he's like, oh yeah, since using Old Bass nasal spray, I've really increased my hay fever performance and all this stuff. And like, there's just no enthusiasm.
That guy's a bot.
And then everyone in comments in it like, wow, really enthusiastic ad, Simon. Can't wait to buy this.
Is he the one who got knocked out in a fight?
Yeah.
In about 12 seconds.
The whole world of what? How was this? How did this come about? Who did he fight? Did he fight another TikToker, or was it just a random boxer?
TikToker.
You probably know more about it, to be fair.
You know the intro, I think, more.
Intro.
Like How the Dragon and all
I know.
that.
That's a rabbit hole, though. We could spend the whole rest of the podcast discussing this.
Let's go to top level.
A 50-year-old bloke started doing TikTok.
About
just thirst trapping on TikTok. Just started making videos. Then he got involved with some other people who were already involved with another person. And then basically I think he's like 18, 19. He's not old, is he?
Cal the Dragon.
Nah, not Cal the Dragon. The other guy.
Who we fought?
Ben, what's his name?
Ed Matthews.
HS
Ticky Tocky's bitch boy, basically.
Mate, yeah. Two young guys.
Yeah.
Sort of IB for promoters kind of vibe, like fuckboy lads.
They look like they've taken steroids after going to the gym for 1 week.
Yeah. That's a very good way.
There's not many natty gains there.
No. But yeah, so they got in beef. This kid basically said to this 15-year-old bloke, started chatting him up and saying how he could sort of start dating his daughter and how his daughter's really fit and all this stuff, and like basically just getting in his head. And long story short, they fought, and Simple Simon, the 50-year-old, got knocked the fuck out. It was quite mad.
Quick as well, within the first minute.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of respect after the fight?
Just lack of respect for what a shit fight it was.
Don't get me wrong, like the way I described it sounds like an 18-year-old kid who's been a dickhead picked a fight with a 50-year-old bloke and then bullied him and banged him up. But Simple Simon is just as bad. Like they are both
cringe.
Yeah, it's not great, and it's two not great TikTokers fighting each other for views, and it got views, to be fair. But
every time you watch fights like this, you realise like you can't just fucking learn to box in 6 weeks or 6 months. Yeah. It takes years. Because you look at it and you think, fucking hell, they've been training hard for, 3 months? And they look like utter shit in the ring.
Maybe that'll be my sport. Full circle back to the start of the podcast, an Ottr charity boxing match where we each have 3 hours to learn how to box.
And then we spar.
And we have a 2-on-2 cage match.
Joss would fucking annihilate me, mate. There's so much pent-up anger towards me. He'd just delete me. He'd press Alt Control Delete in my back and then open Task Manager.
Do you remember that? You remember was it WWE or whatever, the wrestling thing where they had a massive cage and they just keep bringing new people in?
Yeah,
that was pretty mad.
And then someone would put a chair in there, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What? Did you ever watch wrestling?
No, mate. I didn't believe in it.
Do you see that Logan Paul is now a professional wrestler as well?
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. He signed a contract, right?
WWE.
I'm too far.
And he can wrestle. He was like one of the best wrestlers in his state growing up.
Do you think being an actual good wrestler helps you in the world of in WWE?
In WWE, yeah. In boxing, no.
Yeah, but it's all a performance.
Wrestling or boxing?
Wrestling.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Yeah, because he knows how to grapple and stuff, and he knows what it's like to grip a man tightly.
Yeah.
Whereas I know how to do that, but only at night time.
Yeah.
Not in performance.
And only Dan.
You are pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you a star on that.
The men have to be oiled up.
How much oil?
Loads of baby oil.
So mainly baby oil.
Quite a few babies.
Vegetable oil.
Isn't it mad how baby oil's made of babies?
Do you know there's going to be someone out there who thinks that?
I bet there is. What other products are out there that you think, is that actually made of that? Any that come to mind?
I used to love lemonade, and until I found out about all the lemons they have to kill to make it.
Oh. Do you know we were on a shoot the other day, and they came over and on the menu it was a Virgin Mary drink. Was it Virgin Mary? There's a Virgin Mary drink and a fresh fruit juice. I said, he said, does anyone want that? And everyone was like, yeah, Virgin Mary, Virgin Mary. I was like, yeah, I'll have Virgin Mary. And I thought, oh, fuck, Virgin Mary's just tomato juice on its own. Quickly ran up there. I was like, yeah, cancel that. I'll have a fresh fruit juice. It came out, beautiful orange juice. Max went for the Virgin Mary.
I completely forgot what a
Bloody
Mary actually was.
Is that vodka and tomato juice?
Yeah.
It's vodka, tequila and tomato juice or something, isn't it? It's like two spirits.
No. It's just one. It's tomato juice, Tabasco.
Oh, that's it, Tabasco.
And vodka, I think.
That's the key. I didn't realise. Well, no, I didn't realise.
You were going to go for the alcoholic one, were you?
No. Just in general, I just didn't know what really was in it.
Yeah.
Or I forgot that. I knew that obviously it didn't have vodka in it because it was a virgin cocktail.
Yeah.
But I forgot about the other ingredients, i.e. tomato juice. And if you remove the alcohol, it's literally just tomato juice and Tabasco. Two things that I am not fond of at all. On the fucking hottest shoot I've ever been on in my life. And then we got a full English breakfast and I was so hot. I was like trying to neck this drink and I took a massive gulp of it, not realising that there was Tabasco in it.
Was it gross?
Yes, it was horrific.
Was
and
it
I had to
salty?
sit there across from the client and pretend that I liked
They're
so
thinking,
hard.
wow, these guys are really into their, exquisite taste.
I was dying, mate.
For Max, Max's face usually like paints how he actually feels. I couldn't tell it from you.
Oh,
you held it really well.
I was hurting so much.
I remember I was working as a barman and someone asked me for a Bloody Mary. And at the time, when you're like 18, you've got fucking no idea what that is.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what that is. And they're like, oh, it's vodka, tomato juice, and Tabasco. And I looked at them like, good one. Like, why would you put tomato juice and vodka together?
Yeah.
But obviously they were serious. I remember making it thinking that this is disgusting.
It's got to be the worst drink known to man. I hate tomatoes. And they're like, just imagine a drink that tastes of tomatoes.
It just, especially on a hot day, it was horrible. With breakfast, oh, God.
When you worked on the bar, was there any other drinks that kind of were asked of you to make? Because I remember when I was there, someone asked me to make it was a porn star martini. And no, what's the martini that James Bond drinks? Some sort of martini, right?
Dry martini.
Dry martini.
Yeah.
I had no idea what that was, and I was like, "What bottle of alcohol do I put in?"
How
this?
did you dry it out?
Is it not actually? Is it? It is martini in it, isn't it?
It's dry martini.
Is there a bottle with martini on the front of it?
I think it's literally vodka.
It's vodka and something, right?
And gin.
Yeah,
And that's
something
it.
weird.
I think it's vodka and gin.
I remember having no idea what was going on.
I remember thinking it's weird, but this is quite normal now, is people have Guinness and blackcurrant.
Yeah, that's odd.
That's fucking weird, I think. Some people... I've also made Guinness and orange juice.
Really?
Yep.
That's strange.
Yep.
Guinness is just the goat on its own.
It is very good, yeah.
I used to work at a golf club and people used to come in and order something called Gunners.
The hell's
Ever heard
that?
of that? I can't remember exactly what it is.
Do you ever have any bad stories of when you were waitering? Or behind the bar?
Yeah.
Any that you can relay?
I remember I used to work at Stanton House Hotel, and for those who don't know, that's owned by Honda, because Honda used to be like a 2-minute drive from it. And one day we had the vice president of Honda, literally...
In Swindon?
Yeah,
in Stanton?
Because he came to visit the Honda garage.
Yeah, true.
And he was staying at Stanton in like the fucking wedding suite or something, I don't know. And there was a big fuss, like, this guy's the fucking dog's bollock. He's like your dad. He's like the boss's 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 boss. You know, he runs Honda, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And he comes up to the bar, and I'm like, at the time I was like one of the senior barmen, so I served him. And I remember saying to Alex, my boss, before, like, oh, do I charge this guy or what? He goes, yeah, he's a customer. You have to charge him. I was like, okay, cool. And he comes over with Alex's boss, Richard, and he asked for like a gin and tonic or something. I make him a gin and tonic. And I walk up to him, and I'm like, that's £3.20, please, mate. don't think he speaks a word of English because he's Japanese. And Richard, Alex's boss, just fucking stares me down like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, my God.
He's like, he doesn't need to pay for a gin, and it's free, you dickhead.
He owns the place.
Right, and I'm like, oh, yeah, cool, no problem. And walk away. And my boss, Alex, is in the corner of the restaurant, absolutely pissing himself. And I'm like, you fucking dickhead.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. Do you know what the Gunners is?
Yeah, so it is ginger beer, lemonade.
Oh.
That sounds lovely.
Ginger beer, lemonade, Angostura bitters, and lime cordial.
So is no alcohol in that?
Not in that one.
Wow.
You can add alcohol to it. I don't know which
That's
one.
such a golf course drink, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was really weird to make. And whenever people asked for it, I was kind of like, how do I make that? And if you ask golfers how to make a drink, usually you're met with some sort of stern / like just snarky comment. But I learned how to make it, and I'm still alive, so we're all good.
That's pretty cool. What do you think is like the snidiest sport?
Snidiest?
Like,
what does snidey mean?
Just like full of like proper... I guess so, yeah.
Snooker.
Snooker?
Yeah,
Snooker?
My dad used to take me to games, mate. And
Your dad played snooker?
No, he should take me to watch games in London.
You used to watch games of snooker?
You went to the
Yeah.
snooker?
My dad used to take me to watch snooker
No,
games.
you didn't.
I'm trying to tell a story.
So I'm just doubting you.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Well, we went. He used to take me to snooker games.
What ones?
The snooker games, man.
Yeah, I don't know what you want me to say, mate.
Sorry.
You know, the playoffs.
So anyway, we went to the snooker games in London, and he used to take me. I used to be really bored, and we used to watch fucking Ronnie O'Sullivan play. And then I used to think like he's a bit of a knob. And then I met. I think it was Jimmy White. He was a bit of a knob as well. Even the referees were knobs. My dad was a knob at the time. Didn't really enjoy any of it, to be honest. It was just loads of fucking men hitting balls around a fucking table.
Yeah.
And then we used to go to the pub after, and I'd have to have a lemonade.
How old were you?
12.
Like everything else that happened in your life at 12?
That was an eventful year.
Why are you making so much fun of me for?
I just never knew this part of you, that you went to a snooker game.
I used to go to snooker games all the time.
It's such bollocks.
It's
Why
not
did you go all
bollocks.
the
You
time
are
if you
lying.
didn't enjoy it.
Honestly, I swear on my life, my dad used to take me to snooker games. He used to really enjoy watching snooker with
Your
me.
dad played table tennis.
Yeah, he played
not
table-
snooker, mate.
Yeah, but your dad watches ice hockey, but he rides motorbikes. It's
Your-
not linear, is it? Sit down. Anyway, but he used, honestly, I think I expressed interest in him watching snooker once when I was young, and then he thought, oh, it's a good way to bond. I'll take him to a snooker game.
That's
And
really
then,
cool.
and I never had the heart to tell him that I didn't actually like watching it until now.
Rip.
Sorry, John. Sorry that we've brought this to the table. The snooker table. That's a really nice way of bonding, though, with your dad. I'm really
Watching
happy for
snooker,
that.
it
Yeah.
wasn't that good.
I used to go to Oasis swimming.
With my dad?
Yeah. He used to take me in, and we used to just go through, beep the card on reception, go down the stairs, double stairs, go down both of them, go in the family changing room, get changed, go out, go in the Dome Busters, go down the biggest blue one.
Do you remember when your dad used to chase you down the tube?
Because they'd chase you from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It'd be so scary.
Yeah. Did you ever have water? Do you have water parks in Reading? Nah, probably not.
We
You
had
have like fun
like,
stuff or not?
Not really. It's not a very fun place. No, we had our local swimming pool. There was a big slide, but it got closed.
Someone got hurt.
Yeah, probably, or died.
Wow.
What was it like growing up as yourself, Max, in Reading? Would you say your childhood was quite difficult?
Only because I made it difficult.
How did you make it difficult?
I was just a bit of an idiot.
Yeah.
I didn't really know a lot.
What do you reckon is the stupidest thing you've ever done as a kid is? Shall I tell you one that I did?
Go
Yeah.
on. We'll think about ours.
I remember when I was on the road from Highworth on my 125cc moped, and this lorry overtook me at 65 miles an hour. He shouldn't have overtaken me because that road's a 60 anyway, especially for lorries. And he overtook me at 65 miles an hour. I was maxing it on the Vespa. Maybe I was even going 70. And I remember when he came in, I literally had to emergency brake so the back of his lorry wouldn't hit me. I was fucking fuming. And anyway, it came up to the roundabout by Honda. I overtook him, and I overtook the lorry, and I went like that and just held my middle finger up above me. And mate, he was so close to ramming me off the road. I remember thinking, I can't believe you just beefed a lorry.
Yeah,
while you're
don't
on
mess with lorries.
while you're on a fucking moped.
Yeah,
Like I wasn't even in the car.
Fuck
That's
that.
very silly.
Yeah.
I've got a similar thing about actually a bit of road rage. Road rage is maybe one of the worst things to have as a human, right?
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
bad.
just like you can just switch instantly.
You see red.
Yeah, and I was leaving my mum's house, went down this little hill near hers, and this stupid van with like very clear branding on the side of it was parked like dead opposite a car, so I had to kind of like slalom through it, and it really annoyed me. And I thought in my little entitled way, being like 18 years old, I was like, oh, this isn't good. I'm a new driver.
You weren't 18, mate.
No, I was like 20-something.
23.
23?
5 years ago, probably. 4 years ago.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
So being 23, stupid. And as I went by, I just held my horn down. And the guy who owned the van, he was doing some work on a house nearby because he was a builder, came fucking storming out of this house, chased me down the hill. And I was like, well, I kind of like saw him coming, and I was like, why the fuck are you parked there for? Like, no one can get like through that. Like, gave him a bit of shit. And then he like like told me to stop. So I stopped the car, and I was literally had my window down, and this big, bold, fat builder came flying over the road. Literally had his hands on my window, and I'm sat in my little Fiesta, I think at the time. I don't even think it was a Polo.
No, it was the Polo.
Was it the Polo?
Yeah.
I sat in the Polo, looking up as this big, bold bastard was just staring down at me, saying like, "Don't you fucking dare like tell me what I should and shouldn't do. Like anyone could get through that. Oh, you're just an idiot," and all this shit. And the pretty mental thing is, I used to drive past that van every single day on my way to work, and I knew where he lived, and I knew what his name was because his name was on the side of his van.
Right.
So I said, I said, "All right, Steve Jobs, I know where you live." I said, "All right, Steve Jobs, I know that you live in Trivenham," because he was giving me shit about where I lived or something. And I was like, "All right, Steve Jobs, I know that you live in Trivenham." And he fucking switched, and he like literally pulled his arm back to like punch me, and I like flinched like that. And he said, "He's like, you better fucking keep it shut." And then like I quickly like drove off and like drove away. After nearly being punched by a mad builder. And then like 3 hours later, it was at the time that we were reading the very, very good book of How to Make Friends and Influence People. Yeah. I called him up. I found his mobile number online. Ended up calling the guy back up and apologising.
But you called him up, and he also said, "I'm so glad you called me because I wanted to say sorry too," didn't he?
Yeah.
He equally was.
I guess I kind of like made him feel, well, I just called up and said, "I'm really sorry about how I called up and was like, oh, I'm that like cocky kid who was like a bit attitudey to you earlier. I just want to say sorry. I should have done that. It's like stupid." And he was just like, yeah. Well, thanks very much for calling. Like, I'm really sorry how I acted, and I'm glad you called. You've been the bigger man, and like.
And then you waited for him to say that, and then you called him a melt and put the phone down.
Yeah. And then that was it. Yeah. But
your house is going to get egged.
Yeah. And he said, "Oh, I thought you were like, you knew where I lived, so I thought you were going to like, hurt my family and stuff." And I was like,
yes, in my Fiesta, my 18-year-old self was going to do
zero chance of that happening.
But you did hurt his family, didn't you?
Yeah, it's in like petrol bump's house.
Yeah. Yeah. Serves him right, mate, for parking the way he did.
Yeah.
Park
How's
shit.
a fire engine going to get through that, silly boy?
Yeah.
It didn't, and now your house is burnt down.
Exactly.
Unlucky.
No one's ever parked. Well, he's not parked there again since. So job done. What my hands of that?
Josh, you remember doing any silly stuff as a kid?
The only silly thing I really remember, I think I've told the story on the podcast before, but there used to be an old abandoned hotel in the village that I grew up in.
Which was?
Wroughton. And it was like a big old wedding venue that a lot of people had, like the after party or whatever. And it stood abandoned for years. And it eventually like became a place where people would just like break into
Urbex.
Yeah, a lot of people doing like Urbex and stuff like that. A lot of people just trashed the place, and one day I was out with a couple of mates, and we were like, "Oh, should we go in?" We didn't like break entry or anything. The door was literally wide open, so we were like, "All right, we're like 14, 15 maybe. Let's have a little look at what is in this place." So we did. It was pretty cool. And then somehow, like the community police officer knew we were there. They must have had a tip off from like one of the locals living nearby. Saw people going in, and then they just gave us the most insane bollocking in the hallway. Like there was 4 of us just stood in the hallway where these 2 guys are just absolutely screaming at us, letting us know that we've done wrong. Yeah, mate. I was completely shit right up.
Did you not tell them that they also broke entry if they caught you in the hallway?
Uno reverso.
When they told you off, you should have just done this. And then they were said, "Didn't know you chill like that." It's all good.
What, did they call your parents, Josh?
Yeah, they did.
Wow. They must have been genuinely really angry then.
I think it was at a point where a lot of people were doing it.
Ah, okay.
And obviously they were getting fed up of it. And I think soon after we went in, it got fully boarded up and everything. But yeah, they took our names, took our addresses, called all of our parents. And after that, my mum was like, "Right, you need to knuckle down and study," because like I think in hindsight she didn't want me getting around with the wrong people. And not that they were, but like that's probably as a mum or a parent, that's what you would think when your son has just had a run-in with the Rozzers.
So those 3 guys who you went...
Your convict son.
Those 3 guys you went urbexing with, Josh.
Yeah.
Are they in prison now?
No, mate. No, the funniest thing is...
What are they doing now?
Police officers.
The other 3 guys that I went in there with, they're all like insanely smart people, like super intelligent guys. Like it was completely out of character for all of us, but we were just like, "Oh, this is open. Let's go and have a nosy." And that was literally it.
The way you told that story, mate, it sounded like you were like going around with the boys in the ends.
The boys.
Your mum was like really worried that you were going
Oh no, but
a life of crime.
Come on, boys, let's go have a nosy. Let's hope the police won't catch us.
Yeah.
Not today, anyway.
Don't worry, my daddy sponsors this gym.
Is the building still there, Joss?
No, it's not down now, and it's been turned into like a retirement complex.
Should we break in?
You should break in and have a look around there.
In
Yeah.
the retirement complex.
Excuse me, what are you doing in this hallway?
What if one day your parents retire to that place, and then you go in and you stand in the exact same hallway your mum once told you off for going into? That'd be quite cool.
And then you
wouldn't
ring
it?
up those PCSOs and tell them to do one.
Yeah.
Because now I bought the building.
I remember I got caught smoking wacky backy down an alleyway when I was like 17, and I ran away from the Rozzers and they chased me down, and I was running away from this Rozzer, mate, and he was like Usain Bolt quick. I can't remember what they used to call him. They used to call him like fucking Johnson or something, and he was a fucking copper, mate, and he's actually a really sound guy, but really quick. I remember like it was like dusk, so it was like dark, but it was still bright. You could see where you were going.
Like dusk.
Yeah. Sorry, just describing what dusk meant for the people out there that haven't experienced it yet. I look back and he's about a good mile away, or felt like a mile away. I keep running, and then like a second later I look back and he's like a yard behind me, and it was the scariest thing. And then he stopped me at the petrol station and he took all my details down. And when he asked, he was like, "Oh, how old are you?" Blah blah blah. I was 17. Okay, I'm going to tell your parents about this. Then I'm like, "Oh fuck, okay." They're going to be fucking fuming. And I gave him the wrong house number. And they never called, but they called all the other boys that I was with. So I gave them 01793 763 468.
Got him.
I started panicking, thinking he's going to call them now in front of me, but they didn't.
Bonus.
Yeah.
God.
So I remember getting home thinking, get outsmarted, Rozza. And I was stoned, and I still outsmarted him.
Oh my God.
Oh, Highworth, eh? The beauty of it.
Good times.
What about when our friend in school got caught or got done for terrorism charges?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know if we should talk about that.
No?
I guess we can, yeah. There's a guy, we just won't say his name. There was
No.
a guy in our school who joined quite late, who was quite funny. He was scientifically gifted, I would say, but also a complete fucking... One of the crazy kids of the year, let's put it that way.
Crazy, yeah.
And he built a smoke bomb, which is basically... you kind of get like all these different chemicals online, and you put them together somehow, and then you end up with this compound. And when you light it, it doesn't explode, but it burns. But under British law, I'm pretty sure it's classed as an incendiary, so it's like a bomb.
Oh my God.
But anyway, you light it. There's no fire, but it just produces an insane amount of smoke. Anyway, he fucking builds this thing and he lights it at school, and it's like, it wasn't very big, and it let off like a bonfire's worth of smoke. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Can't believe we did that, whatever. Anyway. Unbeknown to us all, he takes it to the next level. He orders more stuff, makes a bigger one, and takes it to Co-op. And he lights it in Co-op, right? And we all like, oh my God, that's so funny. He doesn't get caught. A week later, he lights one at a petrol station.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This was on the one he did in school was on the last day of school for us, wasn't it?
I think so.
I'm sure, because
I can't remember the timeline.
I'm sure it like blocked up. I'm sure they had to evacuate like the science labs or some shit because there was a smoke grenade just going through the school.
Yeah, and they did it at the petrol station, and he got put on the terrorism watch list.
Yeah.
Was it like in a kind of like foil? Was it like wrapped in foil? The quote unquote bomb.
I think so.
I feel like we had something similar.
It was like Play-Doh. Like a grey Play-Doh wrapped in
That
foil.
sounds very C4 like.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Going back to it now, it's fucking absurd what happened, but
Some of the shit that did happen in school was pretty nuts, though.
like the caffeine thing.
Yeah, and like I remember on that last day of school, people would like shove like whole fish down the back of radiators.
Oh, mate, I was literally about to say that.
And like someone went to a pet shop and bought loads of cockroaches and like locusts and shit, and just had boxes of them and just let them go in corridors, and there was just like just bugs everywhere.
Yeah.
This guy did the same thing with fish in like the end of year 11, whatever. But he'd put them in the roof tiles, so they knew there was a smell. And it's obviously similar roof tiles to like we've got in the office. You just pop it open and sling it in there.
Yeah.
Just like a bag of rotten fish.
Pop it open and sling it in, do you, mate?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks, boss.
No. Let's go.
Yeah, that's good.
That's disgusting.
And there was the time in year 8 when our whole year got addicted to caffeine pills. Because we all like had like, do you remember when you were like 14 and you like have slur and you pretend to be drunk?
Yeah.
Similar effect to that people started taking like shitloads of caffeine pills and then pretending to like
be high,
yeah. And they must have done something because people were taking like 19 coffees worth of caffeine pills.
Yeah, I didn't take any.
Did you not?
Nah.
You pussy.
No, just sensible.
I swear like 95% of the year took them.
No way.
Yeah.
Nah. I think it was only a select few.
Loads of people took them.
Oh.
Everyone in my crowd did, at least.
Ben was well cool in school.
Fucking hell.
What kind of crowd did you hang out with at school? What genre of people did you fit in?
It just changed throughout the years.
You never really fit any crowd, did you?
Well, in school, the crowd...
social butterfly.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Lone wolf.
Yeah.
I remember I was the most bored in year 11, though. My year 11 crowd was weak.
Yeah.
It was a music
crew.
Yeah. No offense to those guys.
The music
I'm not into music.
Did you have a music crew at school? Were there many groups at your school?
Yeah, there was... Well, I suppose there was a few. The music group was pretty cool, though, to be fair. Like, it was like a good group of people. Just went to the studios at lunch and just fucking...
Jammed,
man.
So hippie. Do you remember them?
Yeah, I remember them.
Cool, yeah.
My dad used to make them.
No, he didn't.
All right, I didn't. But he did take me to the snooker.
Did he actually?
He did. I swear on my life.
I can't believe that.
Call him up right now.
Is that his number?
01793 763 468.
Is that his real number?
Doubt.
Did
you know?
Should I bleep that out?
Those...
Because they don't live in Swindon anymore.
Those listening to the podcast, you know the doubt meme? Dan thought that it was dealt for
D-E-L-T.
months.
Yeah, you deal cards.
Like a good amount of time.
Dealt.
And then when we called him out on it, he tried to play it off like he was joking, when he obviously wasn't.
No, I was always joking. I knew what doubt and doubt is.
Bollocks, mate.
Dealt.
It's just funny,
Big
isn't it?
dealt. So now,
Boys,
on
I'm
the
just part
podcast,
of
if we
the
ever
joke,
say
that's all.
dealt, it's because we're actually meaning doubt. It's just Dan thinks it's D-E-L-T, not D-O-U-B-T. Is that how you
There
spell
it
it?
is.
And another thing, boys, you know, like when I don't know if you find this with your dads, but when you text your dad and stuff, you just get the bluntest responses. Like sometimes you ask him a question, he just gives you a fucking emoji. I think we should all make sure as men, as we get older and we have our own children, that when our kids ask stuff via text messaging or via fucking WhatsApp, whatever the new thing's going to be, give them more than just an emoji.
I think we naturally will, though, because we were the generation that started texting. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like our parents, I remember my dad getting a new phone and it being like one of those block, like bricks, trap phone.
I definitely think we should definitely do that. I think we should pay respect.
Think about it though. If you had a brick phone, back then when brick phones were like normal, if you were the one person sending paragraphs, like sending like full blown sentences.
And back then as well, you used to get charged per text. It was like 12p a text, right, an SMS. And you used to have a character limit. So if your texts were really long, you get charged 2 texts. Because I remember I used to text my girlfriend at the time, like long messages, like, miss you so much, babe, love you.
That's cool.
You're the most amazing girl in the world to me.
That's cool.
Was your dad paying for your text?
Yeah. My dad was sending them as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to text when I was at the snooker.
You were lost. You know, I once lost my dad in Tesco's.
Did you cry?
We were with each other at the milk aisle. Then I lost him. I did cry. Went to the customer services and they had to call for him on the tannoy. He was fucking fuming. Anyway, I love my dad.
You know that old Facebook video, that old YouTube video where the guy goes up to the counter and he's like, "Oh, can you? There's someone blocked me in. Can you say it's NE14BJ as the registration?"
Yeah.
What did Tim do? We were at some sort of shop on holiday somewhere, and he went up to. I can't remember what it was. No, maybe I shouldn't tell the story actually on reflection.
What about when you had the French tannoy and you spoke about...
Oh, yeah, we went to a French theme park, Parc Asterix. You heard of Parc Asterix?
No.
The one with the wooden roller coaster,
Yeah.
first ever one and last ever one.
Yeah, that's the one.
The biggest wooden roller coaster.
Speaking of biggest wooden, Dan, no, just kidding. We went to Parc Asterix, which is one of the biggest theme parks in Europe. It's got a roller coaster that has 7 loops in that.
That sounds painful.
Anyway, I was walking past this fucking random stall and it had like a microphone, like a tannoy like this. And I was like, fucking no way is that connected. I wonder what that's connected to. I walked up to it and spoke and nothing happened. And then there was a button on the bass. So I pressed the bass and like said something. And it echoed around the whole fucking theme park on all the fucking tannoys.
Oh my God.
And like in my moment of pure like desperation of not knowing what the fuck to say, I was like, omelette de fromage, which just means cheese omelette. And that just echoed around the French equivalent of Alton Towers. All you could hear is omelette de fromage on probably the shittest French English border accent you've ever heard. And I remember my ex's dad at the time looked at me. He was French. His name was John Lou. He looked at me. He's like, like he was quite proud of me for doing it.
You did have your ex-girlfriend's parents there.
The whole family was there.
Can you imagine a French person in an English accent saying cheese omelette? It's so good.
Round Alton Towers. Yeah. Cheese omelette. Omelette of cheese. Oh, it's a good place to end there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Ottr Culture Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, leave us a review, like, and all of that good stuff. Boys, anything else to say?
Get charcoal tablets.
Joss is still speaking.
They've taken their headphones off. I'm going to do the outro. Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next week.
If you have a chance, have you cut, Joss?
No, I'm still going.
Was I on the camera there?
You were, Max, yeah.
If you have a chance today to say I love you to someone that you love, make sure you tell them that you love them.
Dan,
I love you.